You guys already know this the main one tapping in all the way from H-Town, Houston, Texas. I'm here with my boy T.A.G.
T.A.G.
T.A.G, very nice, very evil.
That's T.A.G shit.
The only thing we're gonna do is take over, baby.
Free fall as I dive through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
What it is, what it was, and what it do, T.A.G Nation. It's your soon to be favorite podcast from the IWC. And that's T.A.G Me In. Joined by the best frenemies, me, two-time, two-belt Scoot, and the man to my right, Lip Deasley.
That's right.
Prince. We got a quite bit to talk about, mainly because we didn't get a chance to record last week because the Game Awards came on and we was like, hey, we are the average gamers, so let us support gaming. So, but the major one, it was a few of the major things that happened was, new AEW Women's Tag Team Champions were crowned, and the Babes of Wrath, which is Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
So they won that in a thrilling match against the Timeless Love Bomb. So, big congrats. Hold on, let's get this applause. Big congrats again for those ladies.
Absolutely.
And we'll see. We'll see. And we'll, see what they do with those tag titles and make sure they don't, fuck it up.
I think it's
the Continental Classic. I think so too. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh, is it? Okay. We did have Saturday night's main event, which of course we know was John Cena's last match, but we're only going to talk about the first three because we're going to get to the John Cena stuff a little later because I feel like that deserves a more in-depth convo much later in the show. But in the match, the show did open up with Cody Rhodes taking on Obafemi, and I don't know if the graph was going to pop up. There you go. I kind of figured this was how the match was going to end, but it was a great showing for Oba, and that's what the beauty was. It was to showcase the up and coming, and kind of as they was presenting it, the future versus the now, or the now versus the future rather. And I appreciated Oba showing, like they were showing that, okay, let me say it this way. The way Oba was presented, don't fuck it up when he actually gets to the main roster.
Oh, big fact.
Let me just rewind. But ultimately, the match did end with a disqualification because the newly reinstated Drew McIntyre came in and caused interference. So the match was thrown out. But both of them did get a chance to kind of beat up on Drew and kind of, loosely celebrate. So there you go for consolation.
It's one of those things that I think they could have done a little bit better. But I get they don't want to make Oba look weak against Cody. So I mean, there's ways around it, but hey, it is what it is.
Right, exactly. The next match was Bayley taking on Sol Ruka, and this is a conversation I had. This is why I need WWE to do a better job in selling NXT. And the reason why I say that is I understand there are people that are going to watch NXT and there are people that won't watch NXT. That's totally fine. The issue is that for the past 10 years, we know your roster is going to come from NXT. Mm-hmm. So you should do a better job with showcasing these people because, you had Soul on SmackDown here and there, but you still want the people to be familiar. You know, you don't want, and I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, last Saturday was pretty much a lot of people's first time probably seeing Soul, if we're really being honest.
Yeah,
And it's kind of a travesty.
For Soul, I believe you're right, because now I will say this: the NXT crowd did actually show up at Saturday Night's main event because they popped.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
And they popped
I
for Javon Evans.
I love that for them.
I think with Soul, I think most people were surprised when she hit the Soul Snatcher, as if like it was their first time. Because when I looked in the crowd and I was like, that's I expected people to like more so expect it, but it seemed like a lot of people were shocked and surprised when she hit it. So I was like, okay, so her not so much, but I do like what they're doing with everybody else though. But go ahead.
But that was pretty much it. I mean, you know, Soul did get the win over Bailey, and you know, hugging it out, sportsmanship at the end. So, but I just hate the system that we know this is where the people's going to come from.
Yeah,
and it's like you don't do a better job with integrating these men and women when they get there, because then it's kind of like weird when it's like other than Stephanie Vaquer, you know, some others would be like, who this person? Oh, they was in NXT? Okay, I guess. You know, and it's like, ew, yeah, what's up? You should be watching. At least be familiar. And we also had a tag team match, which I am still unsure was it for the tag team titles or not. But
I thought it was, but then it turned around and I was like, wait, okay, it's not, but all right.
Yeah, but you had AJ Lee taking AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, aka we'll just say Dragon Styles, taking on the team of the young OG Javon Evans and the youngest in charge, TNA's X Division champ, Leon Slater. And boy, did Javon and Leon put on a show. My goodness. Yes. My goodness. I am so happy.
It's because they're so good
that these men
at their age, man.
Right. Like, and you know, I can even appreciate what Swerve had said in his interview when he was like, hell yeah, Javon is better than me at 21 than I was at his age. I mean, he's in the system, he's athletic, he's like, yes, he's gifted. He just said, now I just have the experience. But you know, I can appreciate the acknowledgement that, hey, don't knock what he doing. Like, he's killing it.
I like the phrasing that Swerve used when he said it, because he said, like, as it is, like, he's supposed to be better than, you know, how I was
exactly
at this point now, especially with like the examples that he has, you know, leading up to where Javon is now. Like, he's had a lot of people paving the road for him, so it's like it shouldn't be a surprise that he's as good as he is.
Exactly. But you know, people be weird when it comes to stuff like that. Like, we really, like, I understand we really be wanting an AEW WWE thing, but it's like people be really out here friends. People be really out here coexisting. Like, we really don't need to start unnecessary drama and beef.
Yeah, we don't.
And
no tribalism.
Like, we can truly just enjoy wrestling, y'all. Whether
Absolutely.
you watch it all, this company over that company, we can just enjoy it. But ultimately, Styles and Lee does get the dub and retain the belts, because we really don't know what was going down. But yeah, and like I said, a little bit later, we're gonna get into the John Cena match. But to no one's surprise, the mystery man was revealed on Monday Night's Raw, and it ended up being one Austin Theory. Now,
not mad at it.
This is the thing where I think both theories are going to be correct, no pun intended. So upon watching that match, this was the first time, the masked man let us know the race because we could see the eyes.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think WWE is going to play into the fact that there's multiple masked people. I think they're going to play into it. Because to have this reveal 3 weeks before the fight between Punk and
Breaker
and Braun, I think there's going to be another mass wrestler, and I think that's probably going to end up being Tez. Because one, that would be a great way to break up the Profits without having them, feud with each other. They can just Tez is now on Raw, Dawkins stays on SmackDown type energy. So I think they're going to toy with the idea that there's going to be multiple mass assailants. And they wanted to go ahead and reveal theory first. But I know you said you loved it, but any other thoughts?
To piggyback off of what you said about Tez joining the Vision, which I'm all for. My only concern is what happens with Dawkins or how they handle Dawkins.
True.
Because with Tez is a shoo-in for a high level mid card to a certified main eventer with the way that he does things and especially with his charisma. I think that he can really handle this and to get a side of him that would be almost akin to how we got with Austin Theory with his whole switch up and his whole demeanor change. I mean, in this image right here, it seems like a tonal shift, and I think that's a lot that has a lot to do with Heyman, which I wouldn't have even expected Tez to be a Heyman guy, but there's so many Heyman guys come out of the woodwork lately to where it's like I'm not surprised anymore who's a Heyman guy at this point.
Right. Honestly, I think the way they can do Tez and Dawkins is kind of like how they did Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. When Jason Jordan was revealed to be Kurt Angle's son, and it was like, well, I guess American Alpha is just done, and Chad Gable was Chad Gable, and Jason Jordan was Jason Jordan.
So not even speak about it.
And we know Chad Gable, and Chad Gable became Shorty G, and
Oh, unfortunately.
But I think literally Dawkins can be like, wow, damn, Ted's gonna do me like that, and then kind of just be like, well, I got to move forward with my career. I can't. I'm still here on SmackDown. I got to start looking out for Dawkins now. Type of energy. So if they're gonna go that route of Tez being another member, that would be the best way to do it. Is just, just be like Dawkins, just be like, damn. He just disappeared on me, and that's what happens. Like, all right, well, shit, I gotta look out for Dawkins now, So
okay, well then let me ask you this then, just to piggyback off of that. Do you see a possibility where the Street Profits as a whole joins the Vision at all?
I can see it, but what's going to start happening? Okay. So now that we're here, I've been thinking about this as an all-encompassing situation. They're going to have to be careful with the Vision compared to the Bloodline or compared to the MFTs or even compared to, if we're jumping sides, Don Callis family. Because the issue in WWE's case is, we know AEW has a bunch of championships. But the beauty of the Don Callis family is you're not expecting everyone in that group to be someone. I know that sounded terrible. Like, you're not looking at RPG Vice like, damn, I want Rocky and Trent to be tag team champions. You're not like, damn, Lance Archer needs to be like, you're just happy seeing the faction, knowing that Kyle Fletcher, Okada, Takesha and a few others are like the quote unquote superstars. So the issue with the Vision is if you're throwing in Bronson, you're throwing in Braun, you got Logan, you got possibly now Theory and the Profits. if you have the Profits being like, okay, boom, we're gonna try to be tag champs. If you have Braun already like, I'm going for the world championship, and let's say for shits and giggles, you got Logan being like, I want to be Intercontinental Champion. What does that do with Theory and Bronson?
Yeah, true enough.
So that's going to be the issue that they're going to have to try to figure out when it comes to division, if they add Tez as well. But I mean, even looking at it in this lens, once again, are you going to team up Bronson and Theory to be a tag team? Like, what's going to be the official way they do it that's going to make everybody work out? Because once again, we're looking at a stable where anybody can be a superstar within that stable.
Yeah. Although, I mean, yeah, Theory and Bronson. Oh,
that would be world-class wrecking crew.
God damn.
Shout out to Dr. Dre.
Tag team.
It would be. I mean, especially since the Raw tag team division ain't as popping right now, but to have Theory and Reed as champs.
Oof. I'm okay. I like how you painted that. I want that now.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how they end up working it all out. But I think they're going to play with the idea of more than one mystery person, though, at this point. So, but yeah. Also, other events that went down on Raw. The Usos defeated the New Day, and pretty much de facto, they're going to be number one contenders. The Kabuki Warriors attacked Io and Rhea. But then we also found out that on the January 5th episode, Io and Rhea are going against the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team championships. Maxine Dupree defeated Ivy Nile in her first defense. And Maxine was looking good. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna pause you
that natty training. That training.
And you know what? I like that they've been doing those vignettes for her, because
me too.
It shows that they're actually behind this and they're serious about the way that people view Maxine Dupree, and it's like they're leaning into the issues that the potential issues that people have with Maxine's booking or her potential lack of in-ring ability. So I appreciate that, and it shows in the ring, especially with Ivy, which, I mean, I get it because her and Ivy have had match after match over the past year.
Yes,
so it makes sense. But
matter of fact, hold on, let us do her some justice right quick, if it'll work. But go ahead.
Yes, man. Thank you for that. Because I mean, outside of her looking the absolute part, because aesthetically fantastic. She does have the fans behind her. She does have some level of in-ring move sets and little gimmick moves that she does. That's part of her repertoire that actually works for her. I'm glad that they took a chance on this, which, you know, it'll be a nice segue from when we get to NXT stuff. But But yeah, with this fantastic way that they did this, I appreciate it. And Maxine is living up to what it is that I believe that she can live up to, because this is another example of an Eve Torres, you could say Tori Wilson, but not too
My
much.
brother, shout out to Mike, but when he saw Eve Torres at Saturday night's main event, he was like, she needs to get her ass back in that ring.
I thought the same thing, because I mean, I'm pretty sure she can still go. And
then I said that's if she wants to, but you know, we digress.
True enough. I will say this, and I'm going to slip it in right here, because I'm not going to make a big thing out of it, but as of late, I will say, with the way that she has been dressing and her demeanor change and stuff like this, Charlotte, I got my eye on you.
Okay. I'm not 100% mad at you. I'm not 100% mad at you because I'm kind of in the same. Like I'm not necessarily in the boat, but I'm kind of staring at the boat. Like, do I want to get in the boat?
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% mad at you in what you're saying.
Yeah. It has caught my attention, WWE. I don't know if it was a Charlotte thing or if it was a WWE move because they basically had switched, because I noticed it, but I was like, what's she doing? But the way that she switched up her dress, her attire and everything, and then everything with Alexa Bliss, I'm just like, okay, you're doing something. And that now you got my attention. So we're gonna see what happens. But Charlotte, I may have to put her at the bottom of my little list that I got.
I mean, like I said, it's like okay. But to kind of wrap up Raw, Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel Rodriguez had a title match. It ended in a thrown out because Nikki Bella decided to interfere, and she threw Raquel in them steel steps and gave her a big ass knot on her forehead that now she is in concussion protocol to make sure she's good. Trying to think something else. Oh, CM Punk with his words towards Braun Breaker, which was actually kind of funny because he was talking about the whole Steiner family and everything. That was kind of funny. I ain't gonna even lie.
Him and Braun been going back and forth, and I love it.
Yeah, me too. Now, to get what Mr. Deasley was talking about, NXT. All right, so NXT Tuesday, it opened up with a title match between Blake Monroe and Thea Hale. And for those who know, especially when we review these shows and watch these shows, it did not look like a title change or anything like that was going to happen until Thea Hale hits this move right here. So she does her typical springboard senton, but if you saw it, she hit Blake flush. Like she hit Blake flush, because when it first went down, we missed it. And when we heard the bell and the confusion, we was like, well, what's going on? So Thea hits the senton, then the pin, and the ref counts 1, 2, 3. There was some confusion to go on, like what's going on, what's happening. And they awarded Thea Hale the match. And she is now your new Women's North American Champion. Now, there has been some fallout because she was not supposed to win. And it is actually funny because somebody compiled a list, and I want to say this is like the 12th or 13th time in WWE altogether where a person won the championship when they wasn't supposed to, or anything like that. But as of now, they're going with it. They had a little segment where Thea was celebrating. Jordan Grace comes, Blake Monroe comes, and now the fallout comes in. They were saying that creative had to pretty much scramble because there was already vignettes recorded and things like that to, I guess, for people to go against Blake. And from that, they have now introduced a new rule, which pretty much says nobody can leave until the show is over. So if you are booked to be at the show, you can't leave until it's over with, I guess, just in case things like this happen. Now, in my personal opinion, this is a happy accident because the fans already love Thea. So it wasn't like, the belt went to somebody that would be like, ugh, the fans love Thea. So happy accident.
Yeah, I was thinking, it's funny because I was going to say the same thing, but I was going to credit you because I learned the term happy accident from you. But that's the first thing that I thought about with this, and in everything that you just said, the exact same sentiment. And to add to that, thank you, WWE, for following through with the whole just count the 3 rule, because
Just count the
it
3.
doesn't make sense not to, especially for situations like this, because sometimes you need to have audibles called if that's the case, because
I can agree.
I think it sets a precedent on 2 different fronts. For one, it allows people to understand, hey, I need to be on my toes when I'm in the ring. I need to make sure that I'm here for every cue, that I don't get lazy, so I don't miss my cue for the 3 count, or I don't miss this. I could potentially lose my chance or my spot. At the same time, on the other side of that same coin, I hope it doesn't set a precedent for, hey, I want my spot. Maybe if I just rock this motherfucker's bell, I could go ahead and get a quick pin and win that title. So it's a slippery slope.
Because I remember when what's her name tried to do that. Well, at the time she was Emma when she tried to do that. I think it was either an NXT or it was a match where she was pinning somebody, and that pin was snug to where the person had to like truly kick out the spot. So
see that, that stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I would hope that everybody's operating in good faith and camaraderie. Yes. But again, there's a whole it only takes a few bad apples to ruin everything. But I also think the fact that they implemented the rule, which it should have been a rule implemented a long time ago, that they should have never stopped, is that anybody that's booked on the show shouldn't.
That's the first thing I thought to myself. I was like, why was that not a rule already?
Yeah. Because sorry, but because Bailey said this before too. How because she was talking about Rollins, and she said, Rollins sits at the monitor most of the show, and people will come to him and ask him how their match did, or if something that they could have done. And usually, because he's the main event, he's usually at the monitor the entire night. But she said that anytime that he goes for his match, he comes back, there's nobody there watching his stuff, so she says, I don't understand, so it's like, you have people that you can pick their brains, and you have the ability to set yourself up, you can for lack of a better term, politic, yourself into a good position where people look at you and say, hey, this person's always here, let me go ahead and do that. But it's like, if you make it so easy for people to get lazy, then you're not really going to have, which that also goes to the point of, why there may not be, a bunch of up and coming stars, because there's nobody setting themselves up or putting themselves in a position to be that, if they're just quick to just leave anyway, but yeah, just
funny enough though, like no, I mean, because I honestly thought that was something that was still a thing. Like, I didn't know you could leave the show. Like, I honestly thought, unless you was like a Roman or a Brock or something shit like that, but I honestly thought, everybody had to be there. And it was actually funny, because before this happened, I saw a clip that somebody posted when Ric Flair was confronting Carlito, because it was a segment of Carlito and I think it was Eve. It was Carlito and somebody about to leave the show, because they was about to quote unquote go on a date, and Ric Flair was going off because he was like, it's guys like you who wants to take guys like me's spot, but here it is, you leaving, you're not even watching the rest of the show, and it was like, and it's funny how it's kind of tied it to what literally happened on Tuesday. But DL is your new Women's North American champion, so there you go.
Congrats.
Now,
congrats to you.
This is I'm gonna find the image, but there was a fatal 4-way match that went down, and it was to determine who was going to be the number one contender for Obafemi at New Year's Evil, since Dick Satanis screwed over Javon Evans last week. And boy, when I tell you I was heated. And Ricky came out there and explained himself, and just a sidebar to that, he pretty much said, Javon, you could have waited. I ain't even get my rematch. Here you come. You could have waited to New Year's Evil. You didn't have to, in essence, leapfrog me to get the champ, to get your championship. Like you could have waited, kind of energy. And pretty much that's why, I did what I did. So, I mean, he even Rochambeau Javon through the announce table. So it was like, damn, Javon out of there. But the Fatal Four was Leon Slater, Miles Bourne, Dion Lennox, and Joe Hendry. And your winner was Leon Slater. Now, this is the issue I'm having, because you can see from this image. I understand Tony D is up there lurking. That's fine. You expect me to believe that this gentleman here can truly take on that gentleman in the interest round. You really want me to believe that Leon Slater has what it takes to dethrone the ruler?
I mean, at this point, it's the same boat as a Javon Evans. That's how I look at it. It's just it's a weird situation. But I get it. If you're gonna have somebody, especially never mind. Let me not say that, because Joe Hendry just pretty much got signed to WWE. So I'm guessing they're gonna pull the trigger on there at a certain point. But nothing against Slater, because he's fantastic. I just think that this wasn't the spot.
I love him.
This wasn't the spot.
Honestly, it should have been Dion. It should have been Dion, because there was a story behind it. There was a story. But I understand that they're high on Leon, and I guess if the partnership is to end when TNA goes to AMC, I guess let's get it all in before the partnership is over with. So
they're
I can understand why. So absolutely. Like they are waiting to the hours and minutes that when his contract is over with, hey, don't sign this right here, big dog. Don't sign this right here. They already familiar with you, so come on. Don't even think about re-signing with TNA. Don't come back over here, big dog. But so that will go down in New Year's Evil. Obafemi, Leon Slater. We also found out that Moose is going to challenge Ethan Page. Now, I don't remember if that was supposed to be for next week or in 2 weeks, but I don't think they announced it for New Year's Evil. But we're going to get Moose taking on Ethan Page for the North American Championship. Kendall Gray, once again, is going to be taking on JC Jane at New Year's Evil. And that's where we at for the most part. All right. We're going to get a little bit into this AEW, because the Continental Classic is still rolling on. And I'm not going to lie. They cooking with this tournament.
Yes.
They genuinely have me like invested. Like I'm sitting here like legitimately like, shit, who gonna get these points? But once again, that has always been something AEW has done well. And
100%.
That's the thing that I was explaining, that I will forever appreciate AEW with the whole, we don't believe in heels and faces, but it's gonna be loose. Because when you have this tournament, you can have Jet Speed go against each other. You can have members of the Don Callis family go against each other. You can have members of the Beast. That is the old name. You can have members of the Death Riders going against each other. Members of the Conglomeration going against each other. And it's like, hey, I love you. No hard feelings, but shit, I'm trying to get this championship, big dog.
Yo.
And I appreciate that, which would have made sense if WWE had did that for the World Heavyweight Championship. But whatever. But they cooking with the tournament, and I do want to acknowledge that they're cooking with the tournament. And I'm not walking back comments. Remember what you said about Charlotte, about you getting in the boat?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm finally getting into the Tekla boat.
There it is. There it is.
I think I think Tekla is starting to win me over. And all I needed to see was a different presentation in the last like good month. Different presentation, and it's like, I guess. It's like, I guess. Like, I'm here now.
She surrounded herself with the right people.
Pretty much. But also what went down on Dynamite, we had a contract signing, which I thought I had the image up here, but we had a contract signing between Samoa Joseph, Swerve, and Hangman. And they was getting their bars off, and then we hear the music of one Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He came out, immediately signed the contract, pretty much said he's cashing in, and all four men, mainly MJF, was getting his bars off. And your new main event at World's End is a fatal four-way. Samoan Joseph is defending against Swerve, MJF, and Hangman. Mr. Deasley, how you feeling about that?
This was the right way to go.
Okay.
It's funny because it's like they're being funny and doing a callback to the first World's End, where MJF and Samoa Joe were in the main event, and Joe actually ended up winning that match for the AEW Championship. So now I don't know which way this is gonna go. I have an idea, but this is a fantastic main event with everything included, because everything just works. Like nothing is out of place. So because is this no they had a four-way for the world championship with the Pillars.
It was the Pillars, yeah.
So I'm here for this one because this is pretty much your main event scene right here. These are your main carders. So I'm ready for this match. I don't expect anything less than greatness from this match in itself. So yeah, I don't have any other words outside of just high praise for this. And I hope I expect the match to be just as good as my high praise for it, but I don't have any worry that it will be. So
same. Like, I mean, I figured, because I mean, we're dealing with a different Swerve, we're dealing with a different Hangman, we're dealing with a more dangerous Samoan Joseph. So even from a year ago, we're dealing with different characters of where these men were, and now throwing in MJF. Yeah, I'm like you. I expect for this to be a banger, like easily.
And another thing about it is that this is the type of main event that sells pay-per-views.
Facts.
I need AEW to do more of this. So
yeah. And speaking of World's End, as of now, this is where the rest of the match card is at. Like I said, the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Men's Championship. As of now, I think this match is going to change. But we got AEW Women's World Champion Chris Statlander defending against Jamie Hayter. I have a feeling Tekla is going to get added. I have a feeling, because she's been causing too much chaos and havoc. So I have a feeling it's going to turn into a triple threat. And as of what happened last night after the 8-women's tag, we have the Babe Giraffe defending their titles against Mercedes Moné and Athena, which I'm very interested to see. Are they going to pull the trigger on a title switch so soon?
No. Sorry. Let me not say it so definitively. I don't think so.
Okay.
I look at this.
I don't think so too, but considering Mercedes losing has been such a covenant thing, Are they willing to give that to Willow and Harley?
Well, personally, I think, and again,
Especially
this is
for a championship.
My tinfoil hat.
Uh-huh.
I think this is going to be a setup for Mercedes versus Athena for the Ring of Honor Championship.
You know what? Now that you said
the other way around
for the TBS,
yeah.
Now that you said that, I'm not mad at that. I didn't even think about that aspect of could be setting up Mercedes and Athena. I didn't even think about that. So I'm more subscribed to that theory now, that this is going to set up Mercedes and Athena for whatever championship.
100%.
So I can 100% see that now. And then, of course, we know the semifinals and the championship finals will go down at World's End as well. Now, what was interesting, especially since MJF appeared, they had the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal, and the last two men will go against. We'll have a one-on-one match next week to determine who will go for the ring. And these were your last two. It is the AEW. The image don't want to pop up, but it's the AEW National Champion and Ricochet, and the Ring of Honor champ Bandito. And I was like, because I honestly thought that that MJF was gonna kind of sneakily slide in there and be like, "They're still my ring" type of energy, but no, it ended up being Ricochet and Bandito, and I was like, I'm a little intrigued with this.
Same. I'm not
that
mad at
this would be the first time. Yeah, I'm not mad at the match, but this is the first time where MJF is not involved with anything with the Dynamite Diamond Ring,
which is crazy.
So is it like, does he just give up the one he has, or like how does that work?
We definitely about to find out.
So I'm a little. Yeah, we definitely gonna find that come next week, because I'm very intrigued by that, because I was like, because especially with him showing up, I was like, oh yeah, he 100% about to get ready to show up and be like, fam, you think I was gonna just let this ring go without a fight? But hey, but I'm definitely gonna be watching this match, because I see these two putting on a show.
100%.
All right, now I know y'all been waiting for us to discuss it and waiting for us to give our thoughts and feelings, but to go back, the main event of Saturday night's main event was John Cena's final match, and it was against the Ring General Gunther. Now, I knew this was going to be a hard-hitting match. I knew this was going to be one of those matches to where, there was going to be some emotion, some fighting, all of that. But this is the one time I feel they should have went against tradition. As I said that in quotation marks, y'all can't see me. I feel they should have went against tradition with this match, only because, yes, we know Gunther's history, we know this, but this is John Cena. This is hustle, loyalty, respect. This is, never give up, all of that. And to see when Gunther put that sleeper hold and possibly the greatest image of 2025, John Cena just giving the face and proceeds to tap. And it was like, oh shit. Like, the room went quieter than when Undertaker lost his streak. I have never seen so much wind taken out of the cell, then John Cena tapping out. How do you feel about that, Dizzle?
Oh man. So I went through a multitude of phases because initially when I first seen it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then, molded over mentally, and I was like, how this could have went this way, this could have went this way, this could have went this way. And then Monday happened, and then I seen the way that I seen the way that they were handling Gunther. I'm not gonna get into all of that yet. But they, I seen the way that they handled that, and then my brain switched, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with Cena losing, because this is gonna put things into effect with Gunther, because they're doing something with him where he doesn't need the title. They've set him in a position, almost kind of with Randy Orton's Legend Killer gimmick. They're doing something different with him, but in the same lane. But then I started thinking about the match again, and I was like, I'm okay with Cena losing, but I'm not okay with the way that they handled the submission and him giving up. I think that if they were going to pull that trigger, I think that there should have been a much bigger struggle. Yes. Where you had to damn near kill Cena to get him to either tap or pass out or something like that. But I think the tap probably should have happened, but I think it should have been like him really just like digging his fucking teeth into the whole situation of not giving up. But yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at in as far as with the match goes and the finish. I'm okay with the finish. I just wish they would have done more with it to sell it more.
And I think that's what it is. And granted, I heard some of the think pieces, and yes, it makes sense. But the problem is with the think pieces, and yeah, it makes sense. They should have showcased that in the show. I mean, in the match. They were saying that, 20 years of Cena just doing this, Gunther just relentlessly attacking him. His body was pretty much just breaking down and this, that, and the third. And I was like, that's fine for the think pieces, but that should have been something that should have been exhibited. Yes, we know Gunther is a killer, but it should have been shown that, Gunther was in that. I mean, I know he hit multiple lariats. I know he did multiple sleeper holds, but they wasn't on some Cena's body is breaking down and he didn't went through 20 years of no, they didn't do all of that. So it's cool for the think pieces, yes, but they should have shown Gunther just truly just killing this man if they was going to do that. So yeah. But I'm not mad. What's up? Now you changing your mind?
No, not at all. Because listening to you talk, I am so mad at Cena's booking now, because the way that you just painted that, I'm like,
exactly.
They could have had this whole year of Cena trying to compete at the level that he used to compete at, and then as the year progressed, he would have had all this fucking wear and tear, and then the Brock Lesnar match would have made more sense, because him losing to Brock and then winning against Dominic, winning the championship, having that high, and then having this fucking wolf and Gunther come in and just break this motherfucker down.
Because who did it exquisitely? AEW with Orange Cassidy.
Oh, you're right. You are.
And then you had the Wolf and John Moxley being like, "Hey, let me go and get that belt up off your OC."
100%. Fucking crazy. How did you let that shit pass?
And that's where a little bit of the get it off your chest for me is going to come from, because it's going to be two-sided. It's going to be for Cena, and it's going to be how they treated Gunther. But for the Cena thing, they truly should have let that man. If Cena truly had the ability to work this full year, he should have did it. Because with Cena only working 30 days, 30-something days, that did not help the cause at all. Because you had a tournament for this man, and he was there for none of it. We didn't even see a John Cena and Gunther promo. Literally, they went into this match just to go into this match. Like, what? Then you advertising his last SmackDown, his last Raw, his last PLE for y'all to sell seats and shit. And it's like, no, you should have let that man be there as much as he could have been all year, because the gaps he was taking in between his appearances didn't make fucking sense. And that way, you wouldn't have to have this dumb fucking tournament for him to wrestle some of these people, because guess what? He could have wrestled them throughout the fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
He could have had a match with Carmelo. He could have ran it back with Solo. He could have had a match with Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Sheamus, Javon, if they wanted to do it. Everybody who was in that 16-man tournament, he could have run the one-on-one with all of them, because once again, it would have lent credence to, hey, y'all don't think John Cena ain't about to break down no time soon? Like, he been kind of going all year. Like, he been doing it all year. And like you said, this Wolf and Gunther comes and be like, I'm gonna take advantage. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that John Cena been wrestling every month since January. I'm gonna put an end to it. But no, we want to have him have selective dates and shit. It's like, all right, we want to make this tournament to see who's gonna go against him. Whatever.
Crazy.
Whatever.
Crazy.
But thank you, for my new favorite meme. Just, if I'm feeling tired, if I'm just about to, I'm gonna just send people this and just be like, there you go.
Wrap,
Now, I mentioned my get it off your chest was also twofold. Well, actually, you know what? Before we get there, then what was up with the send-off? Like, there was no speech. There was, like, what was up with the send-off? Like, I mean, I got this part because they did show that Cena and Batista did this with Hogan. So it was right that, it was, but, there was no speech. It was just a very awkward send-off.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, this is how we are sending off the John Cena? Like, the John Cena. This is how we letting him ride out into the sunset?
I think that's more on him, because I don't think that he
I think so too at this point.
And I think with them all coming out, I don't think that he really expected them to come out like that. So when it happened, it was awkward, because he's probably the type that didn't really want to go through that whole spiel. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the only way I looked at it, because it absolutely was fucking awkward for sure. But
it was very awkward. Very.
But yeah. It's Cena.
But yeah. I'm gonna have to listen to his interview he did with Cody to see because I know they did a damn nearly 2-hour interview. So
oh damn.
I'm gonna have to try to listen to that. Yeah, that what do you want to talk about? I think it's like almost 2 hours. So I may have to try to listen to that, but yeah, so John Cena, he's officially done, y'all. Like he's done,
that's bittersweet.
Retired. He's out of there. It's very bittersweet. Very. And then Monday hit. After the intro, the first thing we see is this gentleman here. Now, this is where my feelings towards that match changed. I can understand the crowd being upset because he beat Cena. I can understand people being upset at the fact that he said, I made Cena tap like a little bitch. He said it twice. I can see people being upset. But the way he was treated by the wrestlers and Adam Pearce was like, Gunther won a match. He didn't cheat. He didn't, savagely rip John Cena's arm off in the confines of the match. Hell, Cena was the one who AA'd Gunther through the fucking announce table. But in the confines of the match, Gunther did everything by the book. Yeah, you can get mad at him by saying he made Cena tap like a little bitch, but for Adam Pearce to be like, I'm sending you home, and the wrestlers are giving him this look, and Uncle AJ is looking at Gunther like, I want to fight you myself, and it's like, well, what did Gunther do? He just won the match. If anybody y'all should be mad at, it should be Dominic Mysterio, because the whole goddamn Judgment Day had to help him get his IC title back. But Gunther, it was like, y'all treating this man like he literally old Yeller John Cena.
Basically.
And that's what I was finding hilarious, because it was like, what did he do besides win a match?
Yeah, that whole shit was weird.
About this too. Yeah.
No, I think as far as his booking goes, it's refreshing for him, because my whole thing with Gunther is like, okay, since you already put the world title on him, what do you have to work towards? Like, what are you doing with him, and what are you going, especially since you put the title on him twice so far? And it's like, what are your plans going to be? Because you're going to make him stagnant. But then it's like, okay, well, if we build him up by have him take out a Goldberg, Cena, they tease the AJ thing. So again, AJ retires next year. So you have that. It's rumored that Brock is going to be retiring next year. So could you have that in, as a possibility as well? It's a lot of things, especially when you have a lot of guys that could be that's not even halfway. That's a quarter of the way out the door. You have a lot of people on the list that you can set up for Gunther to take down, and basically have him collect all the Infinity Stones of WWE's Ruthless Aggression era shit. So why not? Because of what? And then what? Chris Jericho could be coming back too. So you got that.
And they said that most likely he's gonna be booked into a retirement angle too.
See? So if that's where they're going with that, and you can make Gunther the new age legend killer, and then potentially have him take Randy out too.
Yeah,
you got a lot of shit there.
So let me ask you this: with them doing that, knowing we have Breaker and Punk July 5th, do we slot Gunther back in the world title picture?
I don't think you need to, but if you do, it can't be for the heavyweight championship. He would probably have to deal with
shows.
He would have to at this point.
Okay.
Because he's already had that title twice, and with the way that they're starting to construct this, the heavyweight championship is starting to look like the young man's title at this point in time.
I can see that.
So if that's the case, and he and they're building him up to be taking out legends at this point, or potential legends at this point, he's already going to supersede the main event status that he already had just by taking out these guys. So on paper, he's going to look like he's up here on the same level as a Roman Reigns, as a Cody, just by taking out Cena, potentially AJ, potentially Brock Lesnar. So yeah.
Okay.
That's my thought. Okay. Other than that, I don't think that he would necessarily need a champ. Holy shit, he might take out AJ at Mania.
He could. I mean, at this point, why not? Why not go ahead and in essence make him, like you said, a legend killer?
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Yeah, but no, that's where I'm at with Gunther. I really want to see what, because I mean, right now, WWE is toting a certain line where it's like they're starting to trend in the right direction with a lot of stuff. You know, the Vision with Punk, Maxine, Gunther at this point. So, you know, I'm interested now. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with this situation, because it's looking good. I don't know about the whole backstage shit with how they showed on Raw, because that shit definitely didn't make any sense to me either. But as far as character, yeah.
So yeah. All right. Well, before we wrap everything up, guess what we have? We have another year-end rewards, and this is from Sports Illustrated that was released today. So pretty much AEW already posted that they have won 10 of the awards, and I am going to go down. We had storyline of the year, and it went to Hangman Adam Page's redemption arc of, you know, him getting the belt back. The runners-up was John Cena's retirement and the downfall of the Death Riders. And the previous winner of last year was, of course, the Bloodline Saga.
Yeah.
Thoughts about that?
Cena's retirement being a runner-up, that's crazy, because that shit was trash.
It's crazy. It's very crazy.
Because you could have easily slid
storyline.
Right? That's ridiculous. Hell no. I mean, Hangman's redemption arc, I think, yeah, I'll take that. Because the way that it culminated into the Death Rider stuff, so it's like, you know, why not? So I'm cool with that.
All right. The rivalry of the year went to Adam Hangman Page and John Moxley.
Really?
The runners-up to that was Tony Storm. Yeah. The runners-up was Tony Storm and Mariah May, and CM Punk and Seth Rollins.
I would have gave it to Storm and May.
I would have gave it to Storm and May too. Oh, y'all, before I really get off into this, let me tell y'all what Sports Illustrated's criteria was. They did 14 categories. The panel of 9 writers carefully considered all the best matches, stories, promos, and performances from December 16th, 2024 to December 13th of 2025.
Okay.
So that was the criteria. All right. The heel turn of the year went to Naomi. The runners-up, John Cena, Becky Lynch. Last year's winners were the New Day.
Yeah, that's an easy get for Naomi.
Easy. Best on the mic, Timeless Tony Storm, which, I mean, yes. Runners-up, Hangman and Becky Lynch. Last year's winner was Drew McIntyre.
Really? I mean, considering the competition, yeah, it's no wonder that Tony won. So yeah.
Best in ring went to the Billy Goat, Will Ospreay. The runners-up, Io Sky and Konosuke Takeshita. And this was a new award that they did for this year. The breakout wrestler of the year went to the proto star, Kyle Fletcher. The runners up, Dominic Mysterio and Javon Evans.
Ooh.
I know.
Damn.
I know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Because that all of those are, because I would edge Dominic in the lead for that one, but at the same time,
I probably would too.
Kyle Fletcher been doing some work because he really he transformed himself. Dominic didn't really transform himself. He just elevated his character. But Kyle Fletcher, you know what? No, fuck it.
Yeah, he stayed him and just rolled the storm.
Yeah.
The last year's winner was Jacob Fatu. Comeback performer of the year, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. The runners up, Becky Lynch and Bandito. And this was a new award that they did for this year.
I would have gave it to Bandito on that one.
Probably so.
It was.
Do you want to take
what time?
Go.
It was from what time to what time?
December 16th of last year to December 13th of this year.
Oh, yeah. I would have absolutely given it to Bandito then.
Yeah. Do you want to take a shot at who is the tag team of the year?
Tag team. Is it just men's tag?
Yeah. Well, I think it's all around, but it's men that won.
Okay. Ooh. Did they give it to the Hardys?
Nope.
Oh.
They gave it to the current AEW Tag Team Champions with the current best manager in Big Stoke. They gave it to FTR with Big Stoke.
Wait, did F? No,
you love it.
No.
Love
it. F. Wait, hold up. Who were the runner-up?
FTR had a pretty good. The runner-up was the Bucks and Brodito.
If that's the case, I would have given it to FTR because FTR had a good first half of the year.
Yeah.
So no, that checks out.
I can agree. All right, and last year's winners was Fraxium. Match of the year went to Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41.
That's who won.
The runners up was that's who won.
Oh hell yeah!
The runner ups were Hangman versus Moxley at Y'all In, and Paige versus Ospreay at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, no, I'd give it to the ladies on that one because that match was.
Oh
my god, the match was so good.
It was superb. It was superb. The show of the year they voted was AEW Double or Nothing, with Evolution and Y'all In being the runners up.
I'm glad Evolution got that acknowledgement.
Yes, because Evolution was a pretty solid fucking show.
I'll take
the female. I'm pretty sure you can guess who the female wrestler of the year was.
Did they give it to Rhea? Wait, hold on. No, because it could. No, because Rhea didn't really do too much this year outside of the first quarter.
Think about who really had a very important 2025.
Oh, they gave it to Mercedes, didn't they?
You goddamn right. Ultimo Monet.
Of course they did.
Your runners up.
Of course they did.
Your runners up was Timeless Tony and Io Sky. Your male wrestler of the year, who was in mad nominations, former AEW champion, Hangman Adam Page. And your runners-up, John Cena and John Moxley.
Really? I mean, I get why they will put
I think
Cena.
they're just, in my opinion, I think, yeah, just to kind of, not, if we're really being honest.
You know what? I think they put Mox on there because he was probably the most active. Because he was wrestling.
Yeah, because I mean he was still doing a yeah, he was still holding down with the whole Death Riders thing too. So he was the final boss, the big bad of the year. So that makes sense. Your promotion of the year, I mean, All Elite Wrestling, with CMLL and WWE being runners up.
Wow.
Yeah. The Legacy Award goes to, of course, the GOAT, John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
And those were the awards. That's what Sports Illustrated's Wrestling Awards of 2025.
I'm not mad at it. It's better than what we get from Bleacher Report. Yeah, I like that. I think it's solid.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Do you have it get it off your chest, or it was dealing with more of the Cena and all that?
No. I do. WWE.
Okay, all right. Well,
I don't
get it off your chest. Go ahead, Mr. Deasley.
I don't want to have to keep tugging at this same shit over and over again.
Is it dealing with Jonathan?
Yep.
Go ahead, go ahead, get your boys off about Mr. McIntyre.
Yo, keep doing this bullshit. We all keep having him in Cody's orbit.
Mm-hmm.
I need to.
I mean, Cody even calls the home invasion.
Yeah, see this bullshit. You either need to piss or get off the fucking pot, because look, he interfering in matches with Obafemi. Then you got him in this fucking segment. You didn't had him in what 2-3 matches already. Either give him this goddamn title or something, because Great Value Guile need to go do some fucking promotions at this point. So
I can
just
agree
take
with
the
that.
belt off of him.
But hey, that Street Fighter movie looked fire to me, but that's a different conversation.
It looks fire to me too. But Cody.
Oh, okay.
Look, it's a conversation for another time. But Cody's Guile is not. It's just really. It leaves some things to be desired. So, but yes, please WWE, do something. Deserve it for McIntyre, because like you starting to lower his stock, and it's not.
Yes.
It's not appreciated, because you're making him look stupid, and he don't deserve that, because Drew be putting in work and he's doing everything that y'all ask him to do. I can see that legitimately. Give him this fucking title. Somebody get it off your chest.
Well, and to kind of even piggyback, because I don't, I already gave off mines with when I was talking about the Cena stuff, especially the Gunther stuff. But I think the issue I'm having with all of this is WWE keep on doing this whole weird teasing thing that they're doing, and it's not helping that they think they're doing. Because like you just said, you're in essence giving Drew the spots but doing nothing with it. And then now, if he does get it, then it's going to be kind of like, you know what? And for the people who play these type of games, is going to get the reference. Drew is kind of like a character in a From Software game. You know how like you can lose to the boss hundreds and hundreds of times, and then you can finally go back and beat him, and then you just proceed on like you lose 100 times. That's what this is looking like. It's looking like Drew looking like he's poised to finally win it, but then it's like, so we supposed to ignore the other 4 or 5 times you went for it, you know, type of energy. And it's like, you're not doing Drew any favors, let alone you're not really doing Cody favors, because at this point it is officially stamped, especially now after Cena's retirement, Cody is the face of this company. Between Cody and Roman, Cody is the face of this company, especially on a good guy side. So you don't have to have Cody have the championship for Cody to still be the face. He does not have to have the championship.
Yeah.
At all. Especially with the rumors of them possibly running back Cody and Roman 3. We don't need that one, but Cody does not need the championship to be Cody Rhodes. He's been 2-time champ now. So it's fine if Drew gets that belt up off of him.
Yes.
It's totally fine.
Fucking agreed.
But, you know, at the end of the day, we're just 2 friends on the internet, just giving our opinions like everybody else. They ain't gotta listen to us. But Mr. Beasley, gone time to do that thing that you do.
All right. So of course, people, whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave all your comments, questions, concerns down below. Make sure you tag that like button, tag the subscribe button, tag the notification bell, so that way you get updated on any and everything that we do drop on a weekly basis. And of course, as I go ahead and warm up this good old Too Sweet for my bro across the screen, as well as for the people watching this shit now, with a good old bada 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 bio.
Bam.
And of course, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, 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 beautiful mother effers. Tag the fucketh out.
Peace.
Dollars make a way to make a change.